guys.
Welcome back.
I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Josh.
And we are
That's What They Said.
Alright guys.
Wait. For everyone that's watching right now and isn't subscribed, if you want to see more videos, subscribe now. Right now.
As you guys could tell by this purple vacation hair, we just got back from Cuba.
Hey, the Cubans do everything, yeah.
So we flew to Miami and raged.
We jet skied in the Bahamas.
And we cruised to Cuba for 2 days.
And ultimately we just gained a bunch of weight. I probably put on about like 5 to 10 pounds. Yeah. I'm actually ashamed of myself.
Guaranteed. So let's start with day one. So we flew into Miami about 9 o'clock in the morning. Keep in mind, this is both our first time in Miami. Like, legit, we went straight to the beach.
I went straight to the shower because I was musty. We definitely went to South Beach. We had to hit it. Just iconic South Beach. We took an Uber there. We saw like all the mansions and stuff. They have like a gated community. Yeah. You see all these yachts. Some are lifted out the water because people have like these huge homes that they're not even living in, which is crazy.
So we had brunch. That was the first, like that was a must. We had some cocktails.
Take a wild guess of what I ordered. Just take a wild guess, please. Okay, if you don't get it, it's this one. It's this one right here. Right there.
So, me feeling good in vacation mode, I made a huge mistake, and trust me, this is one of many during this vacation. The lady said, "Is there anything else we can help you with?" I said, "Yeah, get us some absinthe shot." When the lady poured she poured us 2 double shots, right? Put it down on the table, her exact words were, "I've never seen anyone do this before." And just walks off. Just.
All right, absinthe shots going down. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh my God.
It was intense. Yeah, I was actually fighting like my gag reflexes like for a solid 15 minutes. Like, it was primed us for later that night too. Yeah. When we met up with my cousin. My cousin came down to see me. She took us to...
We wanted to do something fun. Like, we wanted to go to a club. We wanted to do something. But since it was Tuesday night, there wasn't really a lot that was going on except a strip club. I enjoy strip clubs, so he obviously enjoys strip clubs, and we've been together. We went to this place called G5.
Yeah, G5.
And we didn't know what we were expecting.
But the highlight of that entire night, other than them running out of hookahs in the middle of the damn club, was this one girl dancing, but she had a Voss. You guys know how thick a Voss water bottle is. If you don't, it's a pretty thick water bottle. She literally had it wedged in between her butt cheeks, and she was like doing all of like the standard stripper trick while the Voss water bottle was still there. It was crazy.
The next morning, we didn't end up waking up till like 12,
noon.
1. First thing we wanted was some like authentic food. We went to this place called Casablanca. So we left, and then we decided we wanted to do hookah. Yeah, which we didn't get to the night before.
Yeah, I just remember them just saying that hookahs were sold out at some point.
Yeah, it was right along Ocean, and they served food, alcohol, and hookah, and we were able to people watch. So we were like, hell yeah, let's do this. Sat right along the street with a hookah. We had our drink, and we had a little bit of appetizers. We were there for like 6 hours. Just people watching.
And some guy came up to us and started drawing a sketch of Kim. I don't know if you guys
I don't know if that looks at me.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't look as good on the camera. His name is No Chill Jafuri. Our plan was to go to a reggaeton club because we wanted to experience like the Latin scene. We were gonna go back, rest a little bit, and get ready. Nope. So tell me why we fell asleep. And we woke up at 7 o'clock the next morning. Yeah, that's 6. But we woke up the next morning, and that next morning was cruise day. We traveled with Royal Caribbean.
Our boat was called Empress of the Sea. So first day, and Josh had purchased us the all-you-can-drink passes. So that was the one thing we were excited to do. Advantage. We were like, where are the drinks? With gratuity
included.
We went up to the pool deck and got us some drinks. We were laying poolside, just drinking in the sun. And as you know, sun and alcohol is not a good mixture.
I was almost on the verge of just like being like just obliterated already before we even hit international waters. It was crazy. That's how much I was drinking.
We went back to the cabin to rest. We knocked out.
Yeah,
we didn't wake up till 10 o'clock, and we were like, we gotta go out. They have a club on. They have a club on.
We realized we had to stop doing that because that was going to ruin the trip if we just kept getting wasted
sleeping,
during the day and sleeping.
So it was that night we had to pace ourselves, otherwise we weren't gonna enjoy anything.
For real.
So we went to the club that night. So that was the first day. The next morning, we dock in Bahamas. And the first thing we do is get off the boat because we already told ourselves that we wanted to go jet skiing. So first thing we did when we got off there is we headed to somewhere that had jet skis.
Which is pretty much near Atlantis. And we paid for it, right? Got ready, put our life jackets on. I was excited. I was about to be like, yo, this is what all roads lead to, right?
So we get ready to go. So the guys turn us around and set us back into the water. And they tell Josh how to turn on the jet ski.
He says turn it on, which I did.
Go ahead and hit the gas. And Josh decided that he wants to balance himself by moving. He was moving the bars like this and we were barely going. So he moved it to where all our weight shifted
and
on
I
one
gassed and I hit the
and
throttle.
knocked us right off of the jet ski.
Yeah, and then I just hit the throttle for some reason.
The guy told him, no, don't move this around. Keep it straight. Try it and then come back. So Josh goes on and tries it. I see him keep going and I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna turn around. Okay, well maybe he's just gonna go to the end and come back. So he turns around. Josh, where are you going? He goes towards the other side. Josh was out there for 30 minutes and left me literally on the beach like nothing. And he was having a blast. You see him like this? He was like hitting the Jay-Z, like so excited. And I'm sitting there heated. He decides to come back. Oh shit, I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a good time on that jet ski, I'll tell you that much, for real.
We went back on the boat. We actually ate and went back. We really didn't have much time there because we woke up late. Keep in mind, that night there was not really a lot of turn up because we were
except for the lady, hungover. Except for the one lady.
So day 3 on the cruise, we actually woke up still on the ocean. We were gonna dock in Cuba until about 4 o'clock. That day, we literally just ate and sat by the pool. That cruise has all you can eat, and by all you can eat, that's all we did was eat and drink.
I had to start eating salads every time I went though. I made it a thing to like, okay, make sure you get a salad before you eat everything else. I know it didn't really matter, but it made me feel good, okay?
We were cruising into Cuba. Now it was kind of cool because you could see it as you're going up because it was about 4 o'clock. They were playing Havana and they had us go the top part of the boat. We stood there and we watched as we docked into Cuba. It was the coolest thing ever. I think the coolest part was seeing all the people wave at us as we were pulling in.
Like, hey,
everyone was just waving at us.
I want your money. So when we got to the first day in Cuba, we go through the customs and everything. So we go out to the street. It's just live. You hear live music. You see like cars, people on like horse carriages. Everyone's trying to give you a ride and stuff like that. And we're in Old Havana. We see all these like crowds of people at restaurants, and then there's a bunch of people on the outside on the middle of the street playing music, dancing, getting the people to get up and dance with them. You had little kids dancing with people. It was just like a whole nother type of atmosphere. Like, it was amazing.
We only got off the boat because we had a tour planned. So we had a tour planned each day that we were there.
They're called shore excursions. Let me get one.
And the first one that we did was the Tropicana, a show just showing like traditional Cuban dance. We left there and it was on the way back, and we were alongside like the boardwalk, and on the way there and on the way back, you just see a bunch of people just sitting alongside the curb on like the walls, just hanging out.
So everyone comes over there for the summer, comes to Havana from all over Cuba. It's so hot there, and they don't really have air conditioning in their apartments and stuff. It's not like America. So everyone just stays outside all night and just mingles and talks.
So we get back, the tour bus drops us off. We walk back on the cruise and we went out to the club again.
That was actually like the highlight of my trip, was like that night. The last day was actually really cool. So we woke up bright and early for this.
Hungover.
Yeah, hungover. But we went on the classic car
ride, yeah. So we had to be there by 8 o'clock. We went on this tour bus that took us to a location that had a bunch of these old 1950s classic cars, but they were all taxis. So we each went
and you picked the right one. No, but honestly, he was super chill.
Super cool.
We went to the La Revolucion Square.
Yeah.
We went to the guy who does the one Dala Mela. That's actually about like a Providence out there, or like I don't know. What did they call it? What
I don't know. We went to downtown.
Yeah.
We went to like their market area. We saw traditional dancing.
Their hotels. Actually, the mafia has a lot of influence there. The Cuban mafia and Italian mafia. I found out a lot of Godfather was filmed actually in Cuba. Godfather 1 and 2.
After we got dropped off for there, we just did some souvenir shopping, got some cigars and got some rum for our friends and family. And then Josh, he saw the first day this pizza, and ever since then he wanted to go back and grab it.
Okay. All right. So I saw this pizza spot. It was the first day. It was literally right next to the souvenir spot. Okay. So we got our souvenirs, and then when we were leaving, I was like, man, I saw this pizza spot yesterday, and the line was super long. I'm like, yo, this spot must be it. So I was like, I'm gonna just try it out. I was waiting for 45 minutes in the sun. Kim had that annoyed look in her eyes. I was like, babe, we gotta try it. Obviously, this pizza is hot, the business. Little did I know, Kim was like, we need to go back to the ship.
We didn't even know what time we had to be back.
So we were kind of just blinded. I knew I wanted this pizza. So I finally get up to the line and I see how they make it. And I was kind of disappointed, but I said, you know what? It must be that good. They must do something to the dough. It was literally dough, cheese, warmed up, and then they took it out. They just put a bunch of salt on. That was it. It was $15. So I was thinking, you know what? This pizza's about to be life-changing. I know it is. I eat it and I felt like I was eating the Pacific Ocean on a piece of bread. I wasn't even mad that I spent the $15. I was like, cool, you're on vacation. You're supposed to waste money. Like, if you're trying to budget during a vacation, you're doing it wrong. I was just upset that we almost got left because
you
of
wanted
this
to have a pizza.
Because when we go back to customs, we realized that like the money exchange is shut down. The souvenir shops are shut down. It was only one lane, and there was only one person working in the passport booths to like check the passport visa stamps.
We were told we were literally within 2 minutes of making it. Could you imagine if we didn't make that?
True.
Could you imagine? All I know is, was that pizza worth it?
Honestly, I wish I could say the pizza was worth it, but it wasn't.
We made it on the boat. We got back. That night we knew it wasn't gonna be turn up day because we were hung over that whole day. So we had lunch. We went back to the room and we napped for straight like 4 hours. So we went to dinner about 9 o'clock, and then we actually were up to go to their nightclub one last time.
Might
as well as last night. It was a chill night. So that's where we ended our nightcap there. And then we went back to the room and then
it was
went to
time
sleep.
To go back to Miami.
We docked back in Miami that day, and we actually spent another night in Miami, but that day wasn't about turn up. We went to eat, we went back to the hotel room and slept again. Why do I feel like we slept and ate this whole trip?
That's what you do on vacation.
That's literally all.
No,
you don't. So yeah, that pretty much ended our trip. We woke up the next day and flew out.
I felt like Cuba was the best part to me, just because it's cool to experience another country. Like, it doesn't really hit you until you're there and you're just like, damn, I'm in another country. Plastic surgery is free. Education
Plastic surgery is free. Side note, isn't that crazy? But no one there looks like they've had plastic surgery.
They're not as superficial as us, which is what I really took from this trip. I was just like, wow, even though something may be free, not everyone everywhere else cares about it, right?
I had two favorite parts.
Getting left.
the strip club was like one of my favorite times. But the second was actually docking in Cuba. Like that moment where everybody's waving at you and you see just, you get the culture shock of seeing cars and the people, and the buildings are so colorful. I felt like that was so like awesome. I think what was cool is like they were playing the Havana song in the back. That had to be my favorite part. We got so hyped off this trip.
We're about to ride
that
some
we were
elephants.
already talking about our next trip. We were so hyped coming back.
So it's Thailand. I'm going to spoil it. We're going to Thailand, 100% sure.
We need to full on record because we failed terribly. We didn't capture as much footage as we should have. If you guys haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. Thank you guys for kicking out the crib. We'll see you guys later.
Peace.